Welcome to the Crypto Kingdom. This is London. We have a very, very exciting show tonight. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We're going to go over altcoins. We're going to go over some amazing returns. We're going to go over some details that I was able to meet with someone today who was a former Banamex, one of the major banks in Mexico. I was able to go through some details. He used to run a trade, essentially a trade office, the primary trade office, okay, that handled all of essentially all of the currency trades, etc. for Banamex. A real high line guy, guys. A real impressive guy. Shout out to Jefe. We'll call him Jefe. Shout out and congratulations with all of your success, both there at Banamex and afterwards. Really great entrepreneur. Excuse me. So in terms of the way that things look now, we're going to apply that, some of those principles and rationale, we're going to apply that to our Bitcoin, guys. We're going to get involved with essentially how it's going to apply to us. What does Forex kind of have to teach us? What is a trading table? What's a trading desk? What's a trade floor? What are the different kind of mechanisms we can employ? Because we in the VIP, guys, you know this, whether or not we're dealing with Dogecoin, whether or not we're dealing with Bitcoin, or any of the other coins that we've dealt with. Guys, the last few days have been phenomenal. AXS, for instance, will not quit. You guys know that. It's been amazing. I have to bring this coin up. It's been absolutely phenomenal. It just won't quit. Even now, it will not quit. So phenomenal returns on AXS. For instance, guys, I brought that to the VIP. 72% just right now. If the VIP got in from the moment in time that I brought it and said, hey, look, there's a bull flag, right? An indication of a positive price action. Yes, 72% in the last 2 days. So congratulations on that. Very exciting. Also, Sand is killing it, guys. Sand is hugely, it's right in line with AXS. So two huge trade opportunities. We just like to trade. You guys know that. Now, in terms of, let's go back to Bitcoin. Guys, Bitcoin is nice because it's kind of I won't say the fallback at all, but it's something nice the price action is real predictable. It's real nice, and it's just something we're comfortable with. In terms of a lot of people here have been involved in Bitcoin before any of these other coins, before any of the other coins were here. So we understand the price action. A lot of you guys do, definitely. So we can look at kind of the price chart. We want to trade patterns a lot, okay? We enjoy trading patterns. What we just experienced was a big move. I want to talk about that, guys, in the context of what just happened. That was a pretty big move. I would expect we might have a reconfirmation, okay? Let's take a look at what happened in Bitcoin. Guys, it's going to be a very exciting stream tonight. We're going to talk about, I had a great meeting today with the former, the chief, guys, the jefe, the principal, the chief of the Banamex, okay, he ran the Forex floor. He handled $200 million a day, okay, in pesos. So he had to trade them out to dollars, okay? All of the business, all of the pesos, that came in from American Express. He was for American Express entirety. All the pesos for American Express. He was in charge of flipping them around, right? He was in charge of exchanging those. So that's very exciting news. That's very interesting. So we look forward to learning from that and learning from essentially anyone we can in regards to big trade stations and in regards to how is the corporate environment put together? What can we learn from them? If we have to compete, and a lot of people may not like this, but if we have to compete against them, if we have to trade against them in the market, if we have to, okay, then what can we know about them, right? What can we use, I won't say to our advantage, but what is it that we could, what kind of principles can we apply to the way that we're functioning as a group, right? That's very important, I believe, in terms of what we're able to, a competitive advantage. They're going to have a competitive advantage. They have more structuring, right? A Forex group, a Forex table is going to have different structuring. They're going to have what's called a trade table, okay? That table is going to have 15 traders on it, okay? Those 15 traders operate in a certain way. When they have, let's say, at the end of the day, if at the end of the day, they have to close all their business out. If at the end of the day, okay, they have, and just listen, if at the end of the day, any of them has a trade that's in the negative, they flip that trade out to London, okay? They flip that trade out to the London office. So there are some different ways that they look at things in terms of managing, say, $200 million in trades every day. Yeah, it's a big deal. If this is not the type of talk that you guys are used to, I'd just say get used to it because it's big time, big boy kind of talk. We have individuals who have spent years in investment banking, okay? You guys know that, right? Years, some of you have spent in Forex, very familiar with it, right? Some of these principles we can apply to whether or not we're looking at an altcoin, whether or not we're looking at Dogecoin, Bitcoin, whatever we're looking at in terms of managing our own trades, we can apply these principles to our own trade lives, guys, to our own group dynamics. So at the VIP, we're very excited. We've had a great time last few days. A lot of profits, just a lot of profits. As I see people stream in and just kind of hop out, I have to say they must not have been listening. They just haven't been listening. They haven't been doing well, and I'm sorry if you haven't been doing well. But that's probably because you're not VIP. If you're not VIP, hey, what can I say? You know, you can just continue to not do well because it's real easy. The formula is like real easy, isn't it? It's like, yeah, the VIP to do well, you have to be VIP recently. It's like, yeah, the VIP is like, yeah, we've done well. So congratulations, all the VIP, and I don't mean that in kind of a stout, proud kind of manner at all. We are very welcoming of individuals who want to respect other people. We're not the I know what you did with last summer, right? That's not our crew at all. We're not into that, guys. We're not into like harnessing a grudge. We're not into that, guys. It's not about a popularity contest, anything like that. We're about respecting people's ability to trade and use their own resources. We are very into, yes, absolutely. You show up with your own A game. You do not bring someone else's game and say, hey, this is my A game. That ain't our game, guys. I guarantee you. If you show up in our group with someone else's quote-unquote A game and try and turn us into a B game crew, you're gone, right? That's just the way we work. So congratulations to all the VIP. We're going to talk about this ascending wedge right now in Bitcoin. We're going to go through a few different lessons and just a few different kind of instructionals. I started this up originally, and you guys know you guys could deliver lessons probably live on the stream as well. But I want to talk about, as well with the Forex, et cetera, and some people just may not like that. Well, if you don't have any exposure to it, if it's unfamiliar to you, if there's anything you can learn from it, why would you not want to learn from it? I just don't understand people who may not want to learn from something. So welcome to Lars, welcome to Bond, welcome to all the VIPs that are stacking up in the room. I see you guys doing well. I want to talk about this ascending wedge that we had. Looks like we just kind of busted down from that. We're going to go to the daily real quickly on Bitcoin. Let's go to the daily and kind of see where we're at. It's a different line on the daily. So let's draw this back up to the daily. Why don't we do that? I think that's going to be a nice, I guess a key indicator for us. We've been handling the daily for a long time, so let's go ahead and handle the daily too. Guys, I have to tell you, when we start dealing with Bitcoin again, I just get to kind of relax. I just enjoy it. It's nice, predictable, price movements. It's something I very much appreciate. And guys, we've been around it for a while, so you guys understand that. It's just kind of natural to us. Okay, we've been trading for a while. We call the top. I think Kent Gifford, shout out to Kent Gifford. Haven't heard from him in a while. He's a VIP trader, and he's just a real good guy. And I was giving lessons with him. He's one of the guys I was like, yeah, this is gone kaput in terms of the Bitcoin market before it really shredded down. A lot of you got out at the top. I was explaining that to some people I know today, and was just discussing like not everyone lost money. And people get real interested when you start talking about the truth of that. Like not everyone lost money. Sure, a lot of profits were taken. Absolutely, a ton of profits. So as we look at this rising wedge, we're going to go through some details here in terms of projected, this kick out that we just saw. Like, what is this kickoff that we just saw? Is this a big deal? And I have this kind of highlighted in two different colors, in the green, okay, and the pink, just so you can definitely see that on your screen. I definitely recommend that you guys put this on a big screen. I've said that before, but I really recommend you guys putting this on a big screen so you can really see the dynamics. You're not going to meet anybody else. You're not going to find another crew that's more technically sound. You're just not. I don't have to promote this at all. It's just the truth. So you can go and look for it. You're not going to find anyone day in and day out, a group that day in and day out is as solidly put together as we are. It's just the truth. That may be intimidating to a few people. Angel Matos in the house. Nice to see you. Super pumped. That's right. Vibe is on fire. That's right. Every night is on fire. We are doing a great job. We had a great day, didn't we, Angel? Absolutely. With the trades, with the profits, everyone killing it. Just good job, guys. It's great to see you guys come together, and I had some great meetings. I went out and met some people. I had told Angel I was going to go do some things this morning, and some other people, and it was really nice, guys. Really great meetings. Look forward to sharing those details with you and how it's going to affect the VIP. Hopefully just through some knowledge and some application of some cool stuff. So let's go ahead. Talk about the fact we have this hook in here, right? This hook into this ascending wedge, right? Absolutely. We'll go through the kind of meetings I had regarding Forex today. Really cool and just kind of on the fly. It was nice. Wasn't too formalized, but it was nice, guys. It was a nice meeting. I'm going to bring that information to you about how we can operate better. And it's going to be exciting. You guys are going to love it. So in terms of this original ascending wedge here, right? Ascending wedge, right? That's the one that kicked us down. What was it like? Let's measure it one more time for the record books. One more time, it kicked us down about 45%, right? This ascending wedge near the top, that was a dangerous, dangerous wedge. You guys know that for a lot of people who didn't call that, people who didn't see the signs written on the wall that, well, you know, it looks like Bitcoin in the entirety of the market. That's the one thing. There may be some people that are kind of upset about that. I don't understand. There's always time to get your, to get your portfolio in shape. Believe it or not, there's always time. It's not financial advice, but guys, it's the truth. If you're down 50%, guess what? They write books about that. Guess what? A lot of us have read books about that. Me, personally, not, but there are chapters on it. I've read some, a few sentences on it. So, that's important. You guys can still recover. There's a little bit of hope out there. I want to encourage all of you guys, irrespective of where you are. Now, the top of this, okay, it started to lose its rise over run. It just started to completely, you guys know that. It just became kind of, after this move up here, I'm going to say this, after the move up here, the A here, the B here, the C here, it was just losing everything it had. Guys, it just became very obvious. I was talking with, Kent Gifford at the top, and I'm like, this would be the next logical move if we could achieve it. We did achieve this, and I'm like, we're in some trouble. Like, when we had just achieved this, we couldn't get a new high. And everyone's talking about it going up to 100,000 to 200,000. I'm like, you can't even get up, 10,000. And it's nothing personal. It's just, there's only so much cash to go into a game, into a new asset like this. Yeah, it's a big deal. And Bitcoin's not a security for that, for you guys to understand that. Absolutely, it's not designated as a security. But yeah, that was a big deal. This leveling off, I'm like, no, this ain't going to work, guys. And then I had drawn this out. I was like, it's already gone lateral here. This has already gone lateral. Next move is going to be like this. And everyone's like, what do you mean it's going to be like that? It's going to be like this. And I said, and then the next one is going to be like that. And sure enough, we saw just the huge move to the downside. I bring that up every time because I need to reinforce with us, along with the encouragement, comes kind of the facts of the scenarios and the situations to reinforce our group dynamics, who we are, guys. We are not the normal group. We're not the regular, Joe Schmo kind of group that, has no returns and has no, has nothing to fall back on, guys, in terms of our reserves, in terms of our ideology, in terms of our mindset. No, we are very, very well put together, well composed, and we have a very good track record on the streams. The live streams have been extremely, extremely, extremely accurate, guys, and we have had a lot of interaction with individuals that have just reinforced the whole nature of how amazing you guys are. I'll just say that. So as we look at this, I will give you guys the credit because we really wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be here without you, right? It's just the truth. So that's nice. That is nice. Congratulations to you guys and me for getting to interact with you guys. It's nice. So as we look at this, guys, this ascending wedge, we're going to talk about that 45%. Remember, we buckled into this. This was an indication that, yes, we had achieved an ascending wedge. Just a review here. Breaking out of this ascending wedge, a very bearish pattern. You're like, this bearish? Well, 45% was achieved to the downside once you, bam, you buckled down and you achieve that confirmation. Guys, confirmation is the following. Confirmation is not just this right here. I want to copy that with you guys. We've gotten very simplified with this. Confirmation includes not just this move, wherein the previous support would become resistance, not just that move. Confirmation is going to include every technical indicator that you can possibly find. And I want to teach everybody that just tonight. If you study up on this, confirmation, which we're always looking for, yeah, you guys know that, confirmation, which we always want to put together, I want to bring that into focus. It's a bit more sophisticated, but I believe you guys are ready for that. Why do you get faked out sometimes? I talked to you last night about how to trade a fake out. I'll let you guys know. This would be the approach. When you see the price action, for instance, moving in a certain direction, or you see a different let's say, for instance, on a bull flag, right? When you see the pricing, go like this. You can trade the channel, of course, right? And it's not, this is just independent of whatever is on the screen, but I want to tell you, last night I taught you how, once you see the price action moving and moving and moving, right? Yeah, moving, right? There's a way to, okay, now you're back into the channel. Now you pick up. Guess what? He's going to come back in, boom. He's going to want to kiss that in terms of, formulating his, either actualized or not actualized, what could be a fake out here. That's an easy trade. You guys know if you see the setup continually, you know what's going on. Yeah, Forex tonight, it's going to be on. It's going to be interesting dynamics as we look at the group, guys. Very, very interesting. Mark in the house. We got Angel, of course. Josh, nice to see you. Associate, nice to see you. Everybody's here. It's nice to see you guys loading in. Andrew, definitely nice to see you. Bottom right, you guys see Andrew at the 0.5K at the $500. And you see Angel Matos at the top with 5.4K, excuse me. as we look at this. So I want to reinforce tonight one of the basic principles. I want you guys to learn this and listen. I love Angel's daughter literally shot a video. They shot a video of Angel's daughter, and she's saying VIP needs to listen and pay attention. I'm like, that girl, she's the strongest VIP, and probably they're going to be the most amazing trader you could possibly imagine. You guys want to know how Angel got to where he's doing so well in the market, etc.? Can you imagine how Angel must have grown up and what all he's been through? Just really exciting, Angel. We're so excited to have you. Thank you for sharing those videos of your family, etc. We all love them. We just do. We just love those videos. We love looking at them, etc. So this move to the inside is reinforced. Yes, it's a technical view, in terms of the visual, it's a technical visual that we look at. Absolutely. It's something that we can that we can rely on visually to tell us exactly what's going on during that time. But all of the indicators that are achieving this negative price, I'm going to say achieving a negative price, because a lot of people in this time, they wanted they wanted to pick up Bitcoin at a lower price. They wanted to achieve that. As we look at the as we look at the, what is that, the 100-day, the 100 days. So you look at the different averages, etc. Yeah, some people wanted to pick it up at the 100 days. Some people wanted to pick it up at the, at different averages. Some people have scheduled up trades here, there, So this is an accomplishment, whether or not you look at it, particularly if you're not involved in it and you let it go at the 64.86310 and you picked it up in and around the 49,000, that's a big accomplishment for you guys. I'll just tell you. So when we talk about achieving a negative price is cutting it loose and picking it back up at 22% of a discount and then going back up 20%. That's a nice trade, guys, within a period of days or a week, etc. That's a nice trade. So we like to see that. We love to see that. So in terms of that confirmation, just understand again, it's not just the visual. Typically this visual that you'll look at, right, this hook in here, or we'll do it sometimes around the outside, right, where the previous support or resistance becomes the resistance or the support. Right, we broke through this. That turned into a line of resistance along the top with multiple contacts here, right? So that is going to be this confirmation. Typically, you're going to look at something and say, well, this would be our confirmation. This area where we see this buckling inside, outside, and back onto it, and bam, wherein something is essentially we're reversing, right? We're turning the support in this instance into a resistance. It can't get through it back up into the channel, and then bam, it moves to the downside. So in terms of that confirmation, I want you guys to be advanced enough in terms of your learning to understand confirmation includes not just the visualization of the price of what's going on in the price action. It also includes all of the indicators, guys. So sometimes you'll rely on something like volume, but you also want to include your RSI, your MACD, your stochastics, all of that information. As we get involved in that more, as we look further into that, we can get more advanced. But I think you guys are definitely at the point where you can say, okay, so the confirmation is not just visualization of the price. It's not, guys. It's not just visualization of the price. It is, okay, it is I'd say a complete harnessing of all of the technical indicators. That's what confirmation is. They're all going in the same direction, and bam, you get all of those indicators going at the same time in line with the visualization of the price action. That's nice. All right, that's really nice. We like that. That'll work, right? So in terms of that, we're going to focus on this. We still have a bull flag in play. I'm just going to say this. We still have a bull flag in play. I'm just going to bring it up because if it kicks back up, it's going to be exciting. Okay, we have a few different patterns. I'll tell you why I went with the bull flag a few days ago. Okay, we can talk about it. But if we were to look at this most recent price action before we get into the diagnostics, I can say we can talk about this real quickly. This loop in to what becomes a line of resistance, right? Yeah, this loop in here is another confirmation. Okay, what was confirmed here? All of the indicators, were pointing to the downside. We can look back at this, but not just the visualization, this hook in to something that becomes a line of resistance or support. That hook right in here, that buckle as we've been calling it, that's part of the confirmation. But what drives the price right from that point, boom, in the direction you're looking for, are all of the technical indicators, all of the data indicators combined. So that's real important in terms of no one really talks about that. Sometimes they'll talk about volume, etc., but it's really all the technical indicators. You guys research that in John J. Murphy's book. You let me know what you think, if I'm right on target or not. So if we look at this, we would say, well, there's a few different possibilities that we're looking at right now, okay? There's a few different possibilities. Which one do we want? Well, there are a few different ways to play this right now with Bitcoin. We like it because the price action is one that actually permits you guys to do some different things. I'm going to tell you, even in terms of trading it, if you're, if you're long on it, if you're short on it, I had some good discussions. One of the discussions was with a certified, verified, really, really great gold dealer today. One who's into gold. Yeah, and I was like, wow, okay, very nice, kind of a heritage thing for him. So it was really nice to be able to discuss that, to discuss Bitcoin. Him asking, well, it may be time to get in. I was like, it may be time to get in. Hold on. This is a gold dealer. Hold on. I thought you were in the gold business. I thought you were in the bullion business. You're not into Bitcoin. And sure enough, he's into the bullion business, and he big shout out, hello. I'll just call him Big Will, Big W in the house. Yeah, absolutely, he's a winner. He's a great guy. Known him for a long time, and today he was like, I don't know, it might be kind of time to get into. I'm like, really? Huh? That's nice. But he sees value. So he sees it in his own market in gold, yeah, and he'll start to see it in other markets. He'll have an intuition about it. When that intuition starts to kind of kick in, and I hear it from someone like him who's been involved in bullion for years, guy's a very successful guy, very successful man with his family, etc. When he starts to think, and he didn't really, appreciate a lot of this. He wasn't maybe into the technicals, etc., the way we were, but now he's getting this notion that maybe there's some value. Maybe there's some value. Maybe he should start looking at it. And for someone who's been involved in bullion throughout the entirety of his life, guys, Julian, what's up, brother? Julian, nice to see you. Nice to see you in the house. So someone who's involved in that. Very, very interesting. Very interesting that someone would definitely, would start to have that feeling who's been involved in a commodity or a holding like gold. Now he's starting to think, and he wasn't involved. He hasn't been interested at all in Bitcoin, right? And now it's like, I'm kind of thought the other day maybe there's some value. So I think that's what's going on. I think that's what's kind of expressive. That sentiment is starting to kind of change. It may have been a little bit overvalued for even people in the traditional sense of the word that are involved in, let's say, real holdings like a gold or a tangible holding, some physical holding. They're still speculative, guys. Still a speculative instrument. But that crowd at the top shelf, at the upper echelon, is starting to kind of think in this zone. Well, there might be some value in Bitcoin. So that's nice. That's nice. I wanted to share that with you guys. I think it's interesting. Guys, we can talk about the other coins. We can definitely go through all that. I have a soft spot tonight for Doge. I got to tell you, tonight I'm going to have a soft spot for Doge. I don't know why. It's just, how he has this intuition. Yeah, the gold broker. I don't know. I know some of our guys have been trading Doge. I just got a soft spot for it. I'm just going to say that, a soft spot for Doge. So we'll go through that, through those dynamics. And let's go ahead and do something kind of not off the wall, but let's just do something real patterned and generic there. There we go. There's a regression trend. That's about as simple as we can get without complicating things too much. You guys know on the left side of your screen, you have under the trend line, you can go to regression trend, okay? Under the trend line, the top left, up underneath the scope, okay? In the top left, you can choose regression trend. That's the bottom option. You can literally connect any two pricing points on the entirety of the screen. Now, what is that going to do? Well, it's going to give you the standard deviation, okay? It's going to give you the standard deviation. Essentially, you're going to have an upper range, the lower range, the blue and the red, respectively. So enjoy that. That's something that can give you kind of a channel expectation of what you're looking at. Now, within that channel, we're going to move. We're going to move within that channel. We may break out of that channel. It may be redefined. So as we're looking at that, don't just go by that. Understand that there are chart formations and patterns which can definitely alter things. And the chart formations and patterns are essentially part of the fundamentals of technical analysis. The data sets that are driven and given to us. These data sets in the form of the data, the pricing information. It's demonstrated to us on a chart basis. It is it is exactly the way that we are able to gauge our trades. This along with some measuring techniques. So these chart formations are very, very important. It can look a little chaotic, but it tells a different story in terms of the evolution of the price. It tells a different story to us that we're able to. Hopefully, I'll say this: that we're able to. If you guys look at this, I think you'll appreciate this. For instance, this rising wedge here, that's a term of art, the rising wedge right here. It's defined by a restricted kind of, narrowing. You see this narrowing of both the line of resistance and line of support. They're both defined by multiple contacts along here, okay? Multiple contacts along the top, resistance, multiple contacts along the bottom, support, and they converge. That gives us a rising wedge. We have an expectation based upon the years of research that have been done that this is a bearish pattern. Believe it or not, that this, when it's identified, is going to result in, the odds favor, guys, result in a lower price. Very easy, very easy. So there are ways to kind of capitalize on the what would you say, on the probabilities. We always want to trade in favor of the probabilities, huh? So that's nice. So we see another one here. We see a converging, multiple hits along the top. We see multiple hits along the bottom. What is that supposed to do? Well, technically, it's supposed to break to the downside, just like the one up top. So as we look at that, can we beat that? We talked last night about, can we beat that? We want that bull flag to come in and just hammer through and beat it. But yeah, rising wedge right here, absolutely. Now, can we beat that? Okay, that we didn't beat it up top. 45% had a huge effect on the market. This one, I had brought up the idea of a bull flag. Why? Because it's just kind of indicated. We have 2 hits along the top, right? We have so far 1 hit along the bottom. Now, a bull flag, what is a bull flag? Well, again, guys, just to bring it back in context, a bull flag is a move to the upside. Again, one of these patterns that lets us know that, there may be some price action, some probabilities to deal with that have been identified, that are used on Wall Street, etc. Yeah, probabilities after we move to the upside and we have a channel, okay, this channel that is downward sloping, that downward sloping channel is going to be bullish, okay? So, yeah, if it can break out and move to the upside, we're going to measure that and say flags fly at half mast. Excuse me, that's the terminology used by Wall Street. Flags fly at half mast. That's just from our knowledge and understanding of reviewing all their materials, right? I don't think Wall Street is what it used to be. I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway, some of you guys have worked on the trading floor, et cetera, so I think you guys will confirm that. Copy that. Somebody copy that. In terms of this, the move up is repeated. Flags fly at half mast. The bull flag, the expectation of a positive move to the upside. So I have kind of imputed that here. Why? Because we just had one here. I don't know. I see this channel. I see that channel. It's not perfectly formed. I see the channel here. Yeah, it's not perfectly formed, but I do see that. It is something which could battle against this rising wedge and make things interesting. I did bring up last night, didn't I? I did bring up yesterday and last night the fact that we would kind of be getting into a war zone up there, right? So, in terms of excitement, it definitely had it. In terms of pushing through to this area, yeah, I did bring up it'd be kind of getting into a war zone, right? So we didn't know if that was definitely kind of the right thing to happen right then. I think it happened to an extent, and we kind of saw the fallout as we look at this. Yeah, definitely just kind of the war zone. Just a highly kind of contested hotspot here. Now, we would want to go, I'll say this, that red zone is where we could not go. We could not get up into there. You see how it kind of pushed the price action down? If we look at this in terms of the flag formation, we could not get up into this zone, right? Now, if we could, potentially move to the upside here, it would be great. If we can redefine kind of a green zone out here, well, it may be easier for us to get up into that zone, and it would be very interesting. You have to admit, if we could formulate this bull flag here, what would be interesting about it? Well, at some point, we're going to have some preference in the chart pattern and amongst the psychology of the market to go ahead and fly this at half mast, right? So if we can define this bull flag just the same that the previous bull flag was set up and did achieve, precise, guys, in terms of the move to the upside, very precise, right? Very precise move to the upside. If we can define this and move to the upside here, like we did in this original one here, just a number of, about a week ago or so, let's go ahead and measure that and see how long ago that was, just so I'm not guessing here. Actually, about a month ago, 30 days ago. I didn't know if it was about 12, 20. Essentially, that's 30 days ago. So we're working on a month. We're a month out on bull flags. We're due a bull flag. I gotta say that. So let's see how long we've been in this triangulation. Let's the market never closes. Sometimes we are surprised at how much time passes. What is it? 18 days? Wow, 18 days just in this. What do you say? Maybe it's time to break out. That's interesting. 20 days, huh? Total as from the time of the initiation of the pull into this rising wedge. 20 days. That's almost 3 weeks. Wow, that's impressive. That's been some constrictive trading, guys. If we look at that, it's been constrictive a little bit. As we look at the green on the screen, you guys know how I like to talk about the green on the screen. Yeah, this green on the screen is what potentially, hopefully, goes in the pocket, right? More than that, you understand with the wicks. Guys, with the wicks, you're going to see a lot more price action, right, than what's actually on the, and that's essentially telling you guys, well, it's really all of this. It's really all of the wick, right, where the price action is moving. But it's a good demonstration in terms of a positive day, right? We want to talk about the fact. And let me get to the, that'll be better. Yeah, there we go. We want to talk about the fact that green needs to go in the pocket, right? That's where it goes. Now, within that statement, though, you understand there's more price volatility here, okay? There's higher price volatility, which can be achieved. Those wicks are indicative of that price volatility throughout the day. So it's not just limited to the green on the screen, but it's a good example. If you can pick up, I don't know, what would you say, huh? A quarter to a half of all the movement on the screen, that'd be great, guys. You guys are good at doing that. I'll say that. As we get to, this is where it gets interesting to me. As we get to the candles, it looks a little bit more interesting in terms of this channel designation. I got to say that. As we look at that, it kind of still looks nice, guys. I'm going to bring that up. I mean, we have this nice line across the top, right? This nice line across the top looks really well defined. We have one hit here, and just pay attention here. We have one hit here, kind of reconfirmed here. Okay. Then we do have kind of this nice move here with the candle. The candle is telling us that's close to a line there, guys. That's close to a line of support. Normally we don't draw on the candles wicks. I'm going to say on the candles wick, but in this instance, to give us an overall kind of viewpoint, I'm going to say it's kind of interesting. I don't dislike that pattern right now. Now, will it go? I can't say it's going to go. I can just say I kind of like the pattern right now. Anything that resembles a bull flag, you're going to find me in favor of. We have these wicks right here, which are kind of indicative. I would say kind of indicative of the bull flag nature of this original bull flag. So we're gonna look at those issues. We're going to look at the dynamics involved and see whether or not we're in conformance with something that's bullish, whether or not we're only in conformance with something that's very, very bearish. So we talked about this rising wedge, and then what happened? Well, we slammed right into it, guys. You know that. We slammed right into the top of it. You can see if you really get out the razor's edge, we really just slammed right into that, guys. Just right into that zone. I think within like $20, $21. We talked about that yesterday. We really got out the razor's edge there. So we have currently broken down. I'd call this a confirmation thus far, but we would want to look into this one. We would want to look into this one as a group. Okay, because you guys are smart guys. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't been here since the beginning. I'll know what to cover or not cover in terms of the analytics. Okay, what I've covered already. If you haven't been here since the beginning, hit the like button, please. So, in terms of the confirmation, we have redefined the confirmation as not just this move through the previous support, okay, and turning it into a resistance. No, we have gotten to the real definition of confirmation. Confirmation includes a kind of I'd say not a synthesis. Let's say a synthesis or an aggregated view, a collective understanding and a view of all of the indicators at this time, and including guys, the price action, the specified pattern formation of the price action. So the confirmation that we're going to look for here, I'm going to advance the understanding of everyone, which you'll find, guys, you will clearly find this designated in the materials, okay, that you guys have already, okay? You'll find this clearly demonstrated that it's not just the price action, it's actually confirmation includes all of your technical indicators. So I want to bring that up now because that's a real broadening of the mindset for the group. That's why you guys are VIPs. You want to think on that next level. You want to appreciate the market and your chart patterns and your trades and maximize, absolutely, your probabilities of engaging in a positive trade, of understanding where things are going, right? So this is a big deal right now because the previous rising wedge resulted in a 45, I want to say the previous significant one resulted in a 45% drop in price. Okay, this rising wedge did here. That's a fact, guys. That is a fact, okay? It was close to the all-time high. It initiated around 56,000, okay? It was 64,863.10. $64,863.10 was the all-time high as published to me and some other people. So that 64,863.10 had dropped down into that 56,346.5. Okay, the rising wedge, then bam. Okay, that one resulted, that rising wedge resulted in a 45% drop. We have another rising wedge now that we've just confirmed out of, and everyone here is very, very, I'd say, keenly aware of the nature of the price action, that maybe it involves some volume, right? Yeah, maybe it involves some volume, the nature of the price action, some very basic principles that we apply to quote-unquote confirmation tonight. Because this is a big potential move, I want to put it in the context of all of the indicators. Okay, so that's very, very key. As you guys look at things, I just want that clearly understood for you guys. Okay, so that's this is kind of the next level of understanding. If you guys do appreciate that, I hope you appreciate that. That's the next level stuff. You're not going to get that. I haven't heard anyone else talk about that. It's very fundamental though. I wanted to bring it up, and I think it's a good time to bring it up. It's a big point for Bitcoin. It's a big point because this is a big pattern. Okay, it's a big pattern. Now we're off a little bit on this confirmation. Okay, we can talk about, why would we be off a little bit? I have kind of a double line here, because it seems like we are off just a bit. Is there anything else that we can do in terms of, like, is there any other pattern going on where we would say, well, maybe something else is occurring? I'm just going to draw something. I mean, you get to where you're starting to look at different angles, at different lines. You're starting to look at different lines in terms of what's really being expressed. I'm just going to say that. Why am I bringing that up? Well, I'm bringing that line up because it's confluent. There's a line across the middle for whatever reason. I want you guys to look at that on your charts right now on your screen. In line with this original confirmation that's achieved in here, move to the downside, there's also this mid-level zigzag here, okay? That's a term of art. That's a real term. This mid-level, I'd say hook, dog leg here. This mid-level dog hook, then we have that in line with this here as well. So I would want to see what that is. I would want to know, why is that line? Why are these two expressed in this? One thing you got here was a double bottom, okay? So out of this, you did get a double bottom. Okay, so that may be very important. Okay, we got a double bottom right here. Hey, that's true. That's true. We did hook into here, and we hooked kind of up and through that. So that's one thing that could be expressed. How that's interesting, huh? How we don't often isolate a double bottom, do we? Very rarely do we isolate a double bottom, huh? Does it increase or decrease the odds of it being a very interesting question, very advanced? Does it increase or decrease the odds of its being effective if it's isolated like that within two lines of confirmation? What a nuance to pick up on, huh? I like the question, huh? We'd have to do some kind of data extrapolation, I think, in terms of that. We would have to do that. James Bond, thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Hello, Beehive CEO. Thank you for showing up. You guys smash the like button. If you just showed up, it'll show me who has shown up and who needs to see what we covered in the beginning. We're going to cover some price targets again in terms of Fibonacci's, in terms of your entries, your exits, and what we're looking at right now. And we're discussing something, I think, on a non-theoretical level. It would require some testing. It's kind of a hypothesis we've come up with, and I want to just discuss it again in terms of these two confirmations. We're going through the issue tonight of confirmation, but this here, a loop into, and this confirmation and move to the downside, this move in, and this kind of moment here, right, where we have this kind of right in line with where you got a resistance and you got just a blast through right under and a move to the upside. It's kind of indicative of one of these buckles that gets thrown on. I just call it a buckle. It's nice because you can clearly see that on the previous rising wedge, right? You see that move to the inside, that kind of buckle right here, just kind of a latch moves in, the latch, on the way out, bam. So those help us define the chart patterns. As we look at this, those buckles are set up right along a potential double bottom. Very interesting, huh? Does that make it more or less likely, I'd say, that that would occur, or that the double bottom would what would you say? That it would be successful, right? Because it's a strong pattern. It turned into, what did it turn into, guys? An ascending triangle on the lower time frames. So we have a lot of diagnostics going on. We have a lot of different things to be aware of. And guys, it's just proof positive. This is not the group that's going to just all day long. Now, we're going to have some fun, I'm going to tell you that, but not all day long. Are we just going to, hammer through altcoins and get excited about this one and that one? No, we want to develop our trading skills. Absolutely. We want to be able to have a sophisticated conversation about, interesting, so if you tightly wrap if a double bottom is tightly wrapped right in here with a dual confirmation on the top and bottom, does that limit? I mean, what a question. I mean, we really haven't discussed that. However, it's interesting right now because that line of support is being tested right now. You guys see that? I'm gonna bring this over, and it's very, when opinions change here, a lot of times they're immediately involved with what's going on the screen, guys. So it's not a change of opinion necessarily. I'm not going to say that is. Yeah, that we're changing the opinions or we're flighty or anything. No, not anything like that, guys. We're at the threshold of a key question right now, and I think it's interesting because we do have this expressed line of support. People who trade a lot, and when you look at a regression trend, you would understand it in a regression trend, but maybe not give credence to it right now, right? Yeah, you would understand a regression trend of the standard deviation. You would understand that absolutely in terms of what's expressed. What you're looking at within this line, you would understand now, and maybe that does help. Maybe now you would say, okay, now I understand that, London. Okay, you have an upper range, a lower range. Okay, we've already talked about the fact this is essentially, I guess we can look at this in a few different ways. I'll give credit to everybody. But right now, we're essentially threatening that line. Okay, now it hasn't been preserved here. That would cause me some frustration and concern, right? I wouldn't necessarily want to talk about it. I definitely do want to expound upon the idea of whether or not, and it's something we could probably research and write on almost essentially if we were to really research this enough. And I like the right answers. I like the right answers, as you guys know. I want to know the proper answer, so when we see this again, we'll be able to determine whether or not it's going to stick or not. This will go in the books for us, right? As the first kind of test and go around as a group that we're able to put together. So we will leave that alone for a minute, though we will understand that wherein this definitely was respected here on the daily, we're right on that same point. Will it respect again? So it's not, as much of I'd say a shot in the dark to understand this. We can go on the Fibonacci's and see where that is on the Fibonacci's. But they're very interesting. I'm going to say that's a very interesting approach. So I'm glad that we were able to discuss that, just even if so briefly, to understand kind of what's going on. Now, guess what, guys? That's right in line with what? That is right in line with, you're going to love this. This is just great, huh? We love when things line up like this. Why? Because if we respect that line right now, as we respect that line right now, as we go to the most recent pricing event, you're going to like this. What does that give us? Well, we're sitting right on the golden pocket right now. We're sitting right on with the price action, the 61.8, the golden pocket, the golden ratio right now. That is expressive of this previous double hook in here with the isolated double bottom. Right now, that line, however it's worked out, is literally, the price is literally on the daily, sitting literally on the 33,314 is literally right now on the golden pocket. Very interesting. I'm just going to say that. Very, very interesting. So, you guys may have just a touch more to go to get there, but let me snap these two so I can definitely say that exactly. Let me go ahead and snap these two. I will snap them too perfectly. How about that? I'll snap it perfectly too. Let me get exactly the exact measurement, and I'll give it to you exactly, guys, so you don't have to guess, so we don't have to wonder. If you guys want precision, let's get laser guided with it for a minute. And 33,200 and what is that? 237. 33,237 and 50 cents is exactly on this level. And you guys know I want to be precise. That's how I started off in this mess with numbers, right? I had to be precise. 237 and 50 cents. That is your top line. 61.8. That's your 61.8 golden pocket. The top threshold, the lower threshold. And guys, you're almost there. I think you've probably hit it on the. You've already dug down into it. Okay, so you've already dug down into that. Let me see if you dug down into the 65th. Exactly, guys. Exactly. The measurements are precise. $33,098.50. You've precisely, guys, carved into your double pocket. Very interesting that has been hit now. That's kind of a momentous thing as you guys look at the weeks and months and things that have added up in terms of your holdings, etc. We would want to zoom into this, and I just want to make sure those are accurate. They are accurate. Those are, in terms of the daily, you're not going to get more accurate than that, guys. I can tell you, I can assure you it's not financial advice, but I can assure you the number that I just gave to you based upon this most recent frequency of this low to the high, the low. June 21st, okay? June 21st to this more intermittent high of June. I'm sorry, not June 21st, June 25th to the June 29th. June 25th to the 29th. Wanted to make sure that's clarified. That's June 25th to June 29th, okay? That is clarified. From that move, the calculations are precise, okay? Those are precise calculations. $33,237.50, and that's a 61.8. The 65th percentile of retracement is $33,098.50. That's $33,098.50. From there, let's look at this. From there, your 78.6% is going to be $32,508.50. That's $32,508, okay? So that's your 78.6, okay? As we were to look at, if we wanted to also include the additional level, which would essentially be the let me go ahead and add in real quickly this 86. Right? The 86 is real crucial. The 86 is going to be 32,187 and 50 cents. 32,187 and 50 cents. And you guys understand, Okay, good. Just making sure this is on. The full retracement would be 31,580, 315800. On the daily, there is not a question as to whether or not those are correct figures. You guys, if you have your own trading view, if you're on the Bybit chart, let me state that as well. If you're on the Bybit chart, okay, on the Bybit chart for the pricing, that's what you're looking at in terms of BTC, in terms of those calculations. Those are your calculations. I will do them real quickly just to make sure we are on, because, guys, these are your pricing targets. This is the time that we have together, and I want to make sure that these are on. Let's go from the most recent. We're right on this. Now I've moved to Binance. Let me make sure. If you guys have a preference, that something you would like to exactly have the calculations on, I'm going to tell you, you can do your own calculations. You understand that. Without a doubt, you can do your own calculations. Let's go ahead and just add in. Let me do the most popularized one, which is BTC on Binance. Okay, let's do BTC on Binance. I know Binance has been shutting down on and off. I don't like to even really promote them right now in terms of even using their pricing. I have to tell you guys, it's one of those deals, guys. I brought Gate to the community. I definitely brought Gate to the community. And look at Angel shouting out, love this. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius, hey, what's up? Marcus Aurelius going back gladiator style. Love that. Absolutely love that. Way to go, Angel. Very, very nice. Everybody understand, Angel is the primary supporter of this channel. He is rocking it out. You guys wait until you see what all Angel is building here. It's just going to be awesome. Yes, love this. Hello. Very, very nice. Angel, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Love that. Love that. Huge support from Angel, just rocking it out. And guys, was so excited today that everybody was making so much money that we're able to bring to you guys. I have to bring this. I mean, first of all, one of the reasons we're able to bring this information and just the dedication that we have to you in terms of the pricing targets, like on Binance, I'm going to tell Angel on Binance right now, and you'll look at your own. I'll tell you, you'll look at your own right now, but on the daily, you're sitting right around your golden pocket. Like I bring this level of specificity, I bring the A game to you guys, in large part because of Angel, guys, because he is literally. When I step my game up, when I go have meetings today, why do I do that? Because Angel's rocking through with $500 and $1,000 super chats, guys. He's lifting the whole community up. He understands. I mean, he's been around this channel and he's made money. He's listened to us like Tradematic Live, and he's decided, well, okay, yeah, at some point we have to sell, like to engage in profit, right? Some people will just sit there and they just want it to continually go up into infinity. Like Angel is a guy who literally sat there. He's like, bam, he hit the button. He's your guy. He's the guy who's capitalized on this channel. So he's a big inspiration for me to continue to go. And as people may filter in and out and say, well, I want to go hear a better story. Well, the better story is the guy that's rocking the super chats right now, who's been around, who's at 5.4. Just watch it. Watch. He's just, he's just really started to dig into really supporting this community. All right. So he's at 5.9 now. And I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised if people don't tune in here and see a level of support that's going to be just unfounded anywhere else. You guys are going to be amazed, I think, with who you learn Angel to be. And it's a blessing to have you, brother, as a brother. That's it. I'll just say that. Absolutely. You know that to be true. I appreciate you and all your kindness. Absolutely. Just and your sincerity and your inspiration, your motivation. That's the biggest key. I talked to and I'll go through these pricing charts and these pricing targets. Let me do that, and then I'll go through the key of motivation in terms of my meeting today. A great meeting today with a big timer, guys. You want to talk about big traders, big timer. You guys want to know how to beat the market. He's part of the market. So I'm going to talk about that in one second. So BTC USD on the Binance chart. Let's go through the exact calculation. The exact, guys, on the most recent interval from June 25th to June 29th, okay? That's the most recent frequency. Right now, you're in the golden pocket. Right now, okay? You've just hit that. You're essentially right at it, the 33,000. 33238. 33238 on Binance is 33238, and it's in 14 cents. Okay, $33,238. Now, the 65th percentile. The 65th percentile, the exact calculation, okay, not an estimate, the exact calculation is $33,099, 33099 and 78 cents, okay, 33099 and 78 cents. Those are your precise entry targets. Okay? The 786, the 78.6% retracement of the entirety of this the most recent move, okay, is going to be 32511.76. That's 32511.76. Okay, that's 78.6. The 86% retracement, which is frequently hit, particularly on the aggregate. I'm going to say particularly on the aggregate. We're kind of on the micro right now. But if it hits, guys, it's a very well-recognized level. Not everyone's going to talk about that. Is 32191. That's 32,191, 32191.81. The last level, which a lot of people like to forget, and they shouldn't. I'm just going to say that. When I say forget, I'm like, what do you mean? It's a full retracement. That's your last level. That's your primary, that's your full retracement. Like, what are you doing? All right, it's 31586.49. That's 31586.49. All right, so 31586.49. We have that 86, just to repeat. The step up is 32191.81. We have the 78.6, which is 32,511.76 cents. Right? Then we have the 33,000 up. If we go up from the 78.6, we have the 65th percentile. The golden pocket is defined by the 61.8 to the 65th percent retracement, or the amount of pricing that's given back within this range, right? Correct. So that 61.8 to the 65th percentile is 33,238. That's 33238.14. Or the 65th percentile, which is the next level down. The 65th percentile is 33099.78. Okay, those are the pertinent numbers for you right now in terms of where the entries currently sit. You currently sit near one of the entries, so that's important, guys. We look at that. That's a very important. That's important because why? Because, guys, if you're entering into targets, if you're entering into trades, you need to know the prices that you're going to enter into. It's not me saying, I am saying it, but these are the pricing targets. These are established by the Fibonacci's. Guys, Fibonacci theory, it surpasses me. It surpasses you. Like Marcus Aurelius, like, Angel Matos brings up, Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, like, like history, etc. Yeah, like he says, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. I love that. Love the inspiration. That was the key that I got today as I just covered the pricing targets. If you might give me a moment to not digress, but to talk about, and guys, you're sitting right in the midst of a pricing target right now. You're essentially right in a pricing target. You're achieving positivity right now, right? You've hit at the bottom of the 65th percentile. Now, were you guys ready for this? Were you ready here? If so, you're already booked into a positive trade. Now, who would have been ready? Well, the guys that would have been ready would be the guys that essentially have gone and worked the retracements throughout the day. Today, you guys know I kind of put out the notice in the feeler beforehand. You guys know heavily right before. And Angel, you saw this, right? Yeah, absolutely. It was within, what was it, guys? The original kind of pour down today that we had, that original kind of rain event. Yeah. Well, what happened? Well, I'll let you guys know. It was a couple hours, maybe a couple hours. Things looked a little tenuous, and before we decided to break down, before we decided to break down at all today, I'll let you guys know. Hey guys, why don't we work on our Fibonacci's? Right. So that was nice. That was nice to be able to do that. It was a confirmation to me, in terms of, like, we're always a step ahead of the market, guys. We just continually seem to be just a step ahead. And if I'm not the one picking it up, a lot of times I'll see you guys mention something. It'll grab on in the DM chat. It's just the crucial function. I'm going to do a shout out or two with our Twitter guys. It's just, this is the crucial function, the back rooms where you guys are able to communicate all day long. The VIP exclusive zone. Constant chart work, constant communications going on, alerts, signals, things going on. That's the benefit of the VIP. The more you guys use that, guys, and you understand that. If you're not a part of it, guys, I have no idea why. I just don't know. And if you were a part of it and you violated the terms of service, you brought in anyone else's work, I don't have any remorse at all, guys. You knew the term of service. You got in, you tried to use someone else's work, and if you're going to plagiarize an opinion, guys, and you're not going to do that with our group. You're not going to cost someone money in my group by plagiarizing someone else's opinion. That's not going to happen, guys. That's someone else. That's not going to happen. Or leading someone else to a different group that doesn't want to do their own homework, or that doesn't have a track record like us. That's not what we're about. I'm sorry. That's just I'm sorry for not being sorry. How about that? And I'll say that as out of respect to anyone who wants me to be cordial in the group. I'll say I'm sorry for not being sorry. How about that? To be as dignified as I can over kicking someone out who violates our terms of service. because I care about our VIP. I care about the fact that they make profits. And if anyone has been kicked out and you decide under a different alias to jump back in and you want to listen to our stream and still receive benefits, go back to the people that you have what would you call it? Please go back to the groups that you've plagiarized from, that you wanted to bring in their information to cost money. Okay, I'm going to defend our group. Okay, I don't care if it costs me whatever, the channel whatever, in terms of a paltry income of your 100 times however many people are gone. I'll just tell you guys, we have a solid group right now. We have many people, guys. We're talking like hundreds of members right now. I don't need the extra float. I don't need it to go invest in. I don't need it at all, guys. I don't need the what we have right now. I don't need that. I don't invest because I need to invest. I invest because I enjoy investing. All right, and we have a group that I want to reinforce. They're professionals. And I will not let anything come in the way of a plagiarized opinion or a hot shop that comes up with a great new idea they found on Google, whatever, or someone who trained in a back squat room of nothing and they have an opinion and they want to shout and get real fancy on whatever, guys, whatever. It's not for us. So if you've been kicked out for a violation of terms and service, ciao. Sayonara, hasta la vista, baby. That's it. You're gone. That's it. We just don't have tolerance for it. So you guys with VIP that are following all the rules, guys, it's not that, we make one wrong move. No, it's kind of the spirit of the whole endeavor, right? It's like, it's the whole nature of why we get together, which is to be around professional people. So I know it's kind of probably a gripe from people. They're like, we're just kicking people out. Well, it's an exclusive club. I have to let you know. And the only exclusivity is that you want to do your own work and you want to beat the market. It's like, that's really easy. We can do that. VIP exclusivity. It just means it's like, we're not like, we respect all the laws. We love the fact that that's the space creature, the crypto kingdom. You guys go to Twitter and type in THEKINGDOM, all right? The kingdom, that's us. And we're just real serious because we have serious guys with serious cash and serious professional experience. We just do. BlackRock. I always give, some heat to the BlackRock and JP Morgan crew here because, I'm going to tell you, former or not, I just have to tell you, you kind of hid that information from me. And I had a feeling I was already talking about you guys. I'm like, okay. So, but it's, guys, from blue collar to white collar, we're just excited. We have the right group, but we definitely want people to do their own work. I don't want the 98% of the market that's going to lose to the 95% of the market. I want all their information as far away from me as possible, as far away from the group that we have in terms of the VIP that are killing it every day. They're not, those 98%, they just, they're not going to be around us. That means we're going to have, kind of an exclusivity factor to us. And we all know that. When you guys know we're ripping it up and we're the group, kind of consistently on top of the market, you guys have noticed that. Yeah, VIP, like Angel, we talked about consistently. What we're trading is at the top of the market, and we were able to bring it up before it got there. Consistently. That's nice. That's huge. And that's not following the crowd. That's hard work. And you guys understand the difference. That's not following the hype train. Because there's a lot of that in crypto. A whole lot of that. It's not that. Believe it or not, it is grit and it's a little bit of sweat. It's going through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of coins. It's literally going through all the diagnostics, all of the technicals on it. It's kind of cool, huh? It's almost it's pro grade. I mean, it almost is pro grade. You're gonna work this hard in a profession. I'll say that at least. It's not financial advice. That doesn't mean it's wrong at all. I'll say that about everything. The calculatives I just gave you, on the daily, I'll say the calculatives, they're not financial advice, but that does not mean they're wrong at all. Not at all. I will literally sit here and tell you they're right. That's it. The calculatives are right. The calculatives are right. So as we look at that, as we look at the details here, let's look at the what would we get here? What is Angel has got something saying super effective. Okay, Angel, that's interesting. As we look at that, let's look at the calculations are correct, right? The calculations are correct, right? And in terms of the professionalism, in terms of that, et cetera, that we bring to the table now, we are real serious about that. Serious as a heart attack, right? Professionalism, cranking through these things, getting the exact pricing targets, professionalism, stepping up the game, motivation. Absolutely zero non-professionalism. Period. Kicking it up a notch consistently, challenging each other consistently. Period. Zero tolerance, period, at all. Because people have tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands on the line. Right? Yeah. So no ifs, ands, buts at all. No ifs, ands, buts at all. As we look at the pricing target, me assuring you guys that these targets are accurate, that you're involved in a trade or not right now, or getting involved in a trade or not right now, and are leveraging real cash into that trade right now or not, or looking at the next level down to put real cash into or not, or the next level down. Sounds serious. It is serious because the other channels aren't serious ever. And we're serious here about our pricing targets. Period. We're serious about our results. Period. That's it. Okay, so in terms of that, the pricing target, the 65th percentile, okay, is hit precisely at $33,099.78. Precisely. Okay? We're serious about it because serious money goes into it. And I care about your accounts. I care about your profits. All right? So that's just, that is the bottom line. That's the only line. And that's the line we walk. When we talk about serious investments, we're talking about, it's going right now into the golden zone. You seriously going to get into this? Or are we just talking? You seriously getting into this? You guys, it's your deal. You seriously talking about double and triple down? Boom, 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 boom. If you are, you've done well. Not just here. You've done well on the entirety of the market, guys. You've done well the last day. We've been at the top of the market 2-3 days out of the week, right? Yeah, we have. So this is a big deal right here on the daily. To come into contact with a $33,106. It's a big move. We've been in this sideways deal right here. We've been in this for how long? For, what is this? What do we say? How long have we been in this? For, let's look at this, 12 days. This is a long time to wait around and just trade. Right? It is a long time to wait around and just trade. So messages are getting deleted right now. Just cartoons and whatnot. I have not mentioned that at all. I'm just not a big fan of the cartoons or or I'm just not a big fan of those. I have not mentioned that at all. That's out of fairness to everybody. I haven't mentioned that to anybody. Okay? I just haven't mentioned that to anybody. But I'm not a big fan of cartoons, but there's not a lot of options there to interact with people. So, Angel, I'm actually working on something nice for you to be able to demonstrate when you actually contribute to everyone. I want to let you know that. I'm actually working on a visual and a graphic that'll come up for you when you do something, when you interact. So that's we'll do something on that, but I'm actually working on that right now. I want to let you know that. That is in the process of getting done for you, Angel. I want to let you know that, okay? So I'm sorry that you don't have any better graphics because I don't like those. We don't play with those too much. So, there's nothing else to do. It's like there's nothing there. So in terms of, sorry, there's not more there. As a matter of fact, I am working on that as we speak in terms of giving something cool. I didn't know, like a cool champagne bottle, something nice for like VIP, however you want something. You let me know what you want and we'll get it done and I'll make it nice on the screen and it'll look good for you. Whatever you want, you let me know and we'll get it done, sir. We'll make it happen. So I hope you like that idea. We'll talk about it soon. As we look at this, as we look at the possibility that we could turn this into something beyond. You're going to watch the formation of this. You're going to watch an Angel shot now with a $300. That's nice. I appreciate that very much. That's nice. The community appreciates that very much. The community appreciates that very much. I know that they do. I know they appreciate that very much, and your ongoing support. We know that the community is very, very positive about that, Angel. We appreciate that very much. So as we look at the formation of this, it's expected, I'm going to say this, it's expected that if you had drawn up a somewhat of a triangulation, as we have done enough day trades, we know that those triangulations will push. You guys know that. We've worked enough small triangulations to know, and it's indicated here. You say, well, the bull flag isn't indicated, right? It's just not indicated, as I brought it up beforehand. But you guys know what? Well, what was indicated was a triangulation with multiple hits here. Bam, bam, right? True. So you have 2 hits along the top. You guys know this who know technicals, right? Absolutely. You know that, and you know where I went, and you know why I went there, right? The 2 hits along the top, 2 hits along the bottom, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have the 2 hits, the confirmation along the top, resistance top, or along the bottom, support, correct. What does that push into most of the time? Well, that'll break down this and that, and then we'll push into a flag, right? So that's where we're kind of pushing into now. I'm not surprised by it. It's kind of a deep, it feels like kind of a deep flag now that we're getting into it. And it still may have, there's still a defined channel here. I would still want to see us potentially, hit in along this level. Right? Will the golden pocket hit, guys? That's going to be the question. Will the 61.8 to the 65th percentile, will that hit? Well, I don't know, guys. We're going to have to see, are you stacked underneath? Is this serious for you? You guys stacked into this? I put these orders together, me personally, 2 days ago? Yeah, I've had, time enough to do it. I guess you guys have too. Like, we're not just, floating around, just doing nothing. Like 2 days ago, I put these orders together. I don't know where you guys are at. So that strategy is one that is exciting, but we're spending a lot of time, right? This is how long? This is 12 days. This is 12 days, right? This is exactly 9 days that we've been able to calculate this. Are people trading? Are you guys trading? You've had 9 days. Are you trading? If I don't inspire you, if I don't motivate you, if I don't kind of push you to ask these questions, 9 days, are you trading? Have you had this set up? We talked heavily about the daily over the last several days. I know some of the VIP are trading. If you're not, why aren't you? You waiting for an altcoin? Are you interested in Bitcoin? Are you interested in where it is at now, where it's going? The fact it's been around since, Angel's been around since 2011 with it, right? He's been around since 2011 in Bitcoin. He's had a lot of success. I appreciate him demonstrating that success to you guys. It's important for people to learn, to see that level of success. It is. It's a huge contribution to the community. It's important. It's beautiful if it's done properly. It's a beautiful thing if it's done properly. Yeah? People who've been around the game for a while. It's nice. It's important to demonstrate that to other people who haven't been around the game. Yeah? It's kind of like a badge of honor we get to wear, huh? Just if you've been around investing for a while, if you've been particularly in crypto for a while. It's kind of like, well, people need to learn that. If someone had taught you, etc. That's nice. So, guys, I have to remind you, we've been here for a number of days, 9 days in this zone. You guys can do your own Fibonacci's. Are you in? Well, other stuff's moving more quickly. Okay. Are you scaled in at all? The guys who've been around Bitcoin have done well in the long run. There's some other hot coins, altcoins. The ones that you sit down and talk about and people don't know about. The professional crowd here. Yeah, the professional crowd out there knows about Bitcoin. There's a reason we focus on it a lot. Okay? Because as you guys interact with the public about crypto and you're in a VIP space, etc., I think it's a very big it's a big notion that I can respect and kind of deliver to you what the community is going to know about, what your friends and your family and everyone else is going to know about. They're going to know that here, with what you're involved in crypto right now, yeah, that when you bring up, kind of what you're interested in, you don't have to hide it from them because, no, you get to go tell them the truth. No, the guys in this group, they've been around for a long time, and they actually sold at the top. They called the top. A lot of the guys here called the top. You see a lot of business guys, say, oh, they did, huh? Well, that's completely different. They called the top. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, what else do y'all do? What else do y'all do? Well, we called the top of this. Yeah. Well, what else do y'all do? They get interested. Oh, these are the guys that made the money. Oh, wow. Okay. I sat down and talked to 2 or 3 different financial planners, real Series 7 style guys today. 1, 2, 3 different ones today. I sat down and had discussions with 3 different ones today. 3 different financial planners today. Right? 3 of them. Bam, 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 back to back. Bam, bam, bam. All right? One guy, one meeting I had today, he used to run the trading desk. Great guy. One of my favorite guys. Great guy. He used to run the trading desk for Banamex. He overhauled all of the pesos and put them into dollars for American Express for a number of years. All of American Express's pesos he brought in and converted over and traded into dollars on Forex, on a Forex table with 15 traders. Big dude. $200 million a day. Consistently moving $200 million a day with 15 traders. Okay? 15 traders. Bam, 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 bam. Moving positions. Bam, bam, bam. 15 traders around the table. Facing each other. Around the table. $200 million a day. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's some different level of ability to engage in trading. There's different levels like that out there. Those are my friends, right? So it may seem like, well, this, I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know, right? It's like, well, that's a little bit much, right? But when I talk about something, it's because I've got friends who used to run trading floors. When I have a level of expectation about our community or something else in terms of how things should function, it's because, some of the guys here have been around, like Angel's been around since 2011. I know how he fits in with the crowd that I know, my friends, all right? And it's not just the only thing in town, right? And it's not that there's no, like, we're going to the moon. At 64,000? At 64,000, we're going to the moon. No, it's serious talk. Well, now we want the hype. Well, you wanted the hype then. Did you get it? Did you get the hype then? Did you get the hype necessarily? You got it in terms of the profits. From here, you got it in terms of the profits. If it's a difficult discussion to stomach, wake up. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Okay, if it's difficult to stomach in terms of the profits, you don't like the discussion now, you lost what, 50 to 70% of your holdings? Wake up. Wake up call again. Yeah, part of the tough talk feeds into the motivation. One of the things I got from today's talk with Jefe, I call him Jefe. He's the Jefe. He's the boss. Okay? Yeah, he let me know the most important thing is motivation, getting things done, right? I do a lot of that. I do a lot of like real inspiring kind of, quick talk, quick videos, everything else. You guys know that. Yeah, we'll excite you. I'll get excited. And then I'll rail in and get real serious. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll get real super serious, right? Because it's money. It's your money. It's not financial advice. That doesn't mean it's wrong at all. Not at all, right? I met with 1, 2, 3 financial advisors today, right? And Series 7, et cetera, serious guys, How many of them got the 2008 market crash right? Well, we had to ride that one out. We really had to ride that one out. Oh, did you, huh? Oh, wow. That's tough, huh? That was tough, huh? Well, I got it right. Did you guys get it right? That erased 10 years of earnings. Did you guys get it right? Well, this is kind of a serious club. I don't know. It's no reason to be all that. No reason to be all that serious, huh? No reason, not at all, to be that serious. You guys want to look at Dogecoin? No reason to be all that serious, man. No reason at all. You want to look at Dogecoin? Let's look at Dogecoin, because there's no reason to be that serious. I mean, come on. I was just live during Dogecoin, calling the top. I mean, come on, man. It's only 67% of your holdings, man. 67% of your holdings. 67% of your holdings. So, 67% of your holdings at Dogecoin. Who traded the lights out of this thing on Doge? I loved it. I love the dynamics put together. I love the Elon effect. I love the community. Do only good every day. I'm a huge fan. Period. I'm a huge fan. It's been fun. It was a 10x up. My community, my crowd, my friends know what. I brought it, to them mentioning we were talking 007, 7 cents, then again, another community, etc. Having fun with it. If you're not known for being out at the top, period, right? And you're not live doing it, and I mean there's not like a real paper trail of you being out at the top, real one. Go review it on my tapes. Bam. If you're not known for that, guys, how are you going to sit there and, I mean, if it's not on tape, if it's not live, how are you even going to do it? If you're not known for beating the market, I mean, what the heck? You know, it's not just running our mouths around here. No. I mean, I got, you know, 7-figure paperwork, 7-figure, $1 million plus, multiple millions of dollars paperwork from 2008, getting out of the market before 2008, closing business. I'm going to say closing business, hugely closing business, over 5 million. Okay, that was a lot. Me building my career during that time, that was a lot. 5 million, 8 million, whatever it was. I'm not going to tell you the exact figure. 10 million, 12 million, 20 million. I'm not going to tell you the exact figure. But I have the paperwork on it. I have the signed contract that the ink wasn't even dry in 2008. Literally, the ink was not dry. Maybe was close to being completely dry before the 2008 meltdown. I have that. I pride myself on being that. I work hard on that. I want people around me who respect that. And I know you guys do. That's part of the talk in terms of when I talk today about Forex. It's not like, you know, definitely all exciting news around here. No, it's just, it's like big boy talk, big girl talk. We can handle it. We got some tough guys. We got some guys in the military. We got some guys who've built business. They know the nice, you know, walk down the primrose path doesn't get the job done all the time. So if I'm going to motivate you guys, we're going to throw it back into the realm of, yeah, we're going to get some, you know, some serious guys in the house, I guess. Yeah, we're a serious group. We don't mess around. There's a reason why the BlackRock and JP Morgan and the big business guys and the big cash and everything else hang around here, because we don't mess around. We do not mess around. We hit our price in target. Excuse me. We're like the laser guided, you know, yeah, laser like strike force, like bam. We're going to hit it like within $10. Well, we got close within like, literally that one was within like $7. Like, wow, that one was within like 35 cents. We maximized that one. Sometimes it's, well, we're out like $150 on something that costs like 34,000. Something that costs, you know, let's say it was 64,863.10 was the high of Bitcoin. Well, we're off by this much, that much. Well, it was the whole idea. When was your timing? Well, we were off by 3 minutes. We want to motivate into that. Because from my meeting with the former like lead Forex, handling all of American Express's pesos to U.S. dollars, well, the key was what? Well, motivation. The traders, they need the motivation. To what end? To precision. We need to be motivated for precision, all right? For precision, for timing, for calling the market. What's more motivating than saying, we called the market? Yeah? I have recorded me calling the market. Nice. On Bitcoin. Nice. People who had paid me to learn, literally paid me to learn, got this lesson of the top of the market. That's nice. So what are we motivated towards? I just want to bring that up. It's not a just, oh, look what I did kind of talk. I'm reinforcing the principle since 2008, since the top of the market here, etc. What are we motivated towards? Hitting pricing targets, booking positive trades, understanding, as we talked about beforehand, confirmation is now all of the technical indicators, all of the financial indicators, the full picture, right? Trading, making money, right? Having fun, being a good group. You guys get that every day. I want to talk about like precision, like the things that count. You guys always talk about, I love it, backup reserves, reinstilling those things. The motivation doesn't seem like a pep rally, right? Well, it's just the level of what are we pushing towards? What is the goal of the group? One thing I think is hugely important. I hope you guys can latch onto this. Latch onto this. This is hugely important, guys. Hugely important. I heard this today. It was very inspiring. Hefe, thank you so much for this. Listen, when you have a bad day, don't worry about it, okay? You guys don't know that. When you have a bad day, don't worry about it. You're not going to be judged on your day, on your trade, well, it's a day trade. It's not easy. Guys, that's not the idea. You're not going to be judged on the day. We might start to take a look at the month. But we're not going to look at the day. You had a bad trade. A lot of you guys are literally trading with, a small account right now to learn to be able to function, to book positive trades. We don't care if you mess up. The market got you too? Oh, cool. That's why we have next month. No problem. That's why we have next month. That's why you're playing lightly right now. We're excited you're trying hard. We're excited you're here trying hard. Absolutely. So in terms of that motivation, guys, understand one of the big key components I got from that and take away from the discussion today was just understand that it's not about today. It's not about your results today. Now, a lot of you made money, like I say yesterday, today, right? The day kicked over, right? The day kicked over at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 o'clock East Coast, about, what was that, 7 is going to be 5 o'clock on the West Coast, all right? But you're not going to be judged on what you did today. I don't care if today was a 3.5x or a 6x or a 10x for everybody else, and you messed it up and you lost 20%. All right. Well, what are we going to do tomorrow? Well, hold on. I just ruined you didn't ruin anything. You had a bad day. You're not judged on the day here. You shouldn't be judged. You shouldn't judge yourself on the day. As you build into your experience in the market, I don't even know if you're ready to judge yourself on the month yet. Are you able to do that? Have you gone through the technicals? Do you understand all the chart formations? When I talked yesterday about a fake out, is that natural for you yet? Have you watched enough price action? Are you holding down another job right now while you're learning to trade? If you are, and you're trying to judge yourself on, well, today was an awful day. I just feel bad. Other people made 80% on a trade. I lost 30%. I lost 40%. Okay. Are you playing lightly enough to where that's going to be okay? Are you following the rules, right? Your own rules. What I hear you guys talking about, heavy cash reserves. I don't care if you're trading with $1,000. Your heavy cash reserve is $800. If you got 10 million, you got heavy cash reserves of 9 million. Beautiful. You got 50 mil. You got your heavy cash reserve is it's actually 40 right now. Tell you, okay, good. That's you. Good. Whoa, you almost got wiped out on 10. Whoa, 10 million or 10,000 or 100. Whatever it is for you, guys, just as long as you're working with the strategy right now, you're not using rent money. You're not going to lose the house. If you're going to lose the rent money, okay, or you're going to lose the house, no. No. That's not here. That's not what we want. Okay, and it's just, I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to say that's not here. That's not what we want. All right? Because I tell you, that's not what you want. That's not what anybody wants, to be using rent money in crypto. Those guys, I think, are gone. I'm going to say that. Those guys are probably gone. All right? They're just gone. Heavy cash reserves below, the big green below, right? Absolutely. So as I motivate you guys, because he said that to me, and it's not the most, welcome introduction, et cetera. It sounds like I'm kind of unhappy. I just got, the thing is, I don't want to confuse ever my motivation with you with the price going up. You got to be crazy. Where's the value? The value is when the price goes down. Essentially, the value is when the price goes down. So we'll take a look at some different things. And I'm going to take a break. You guys be good for a while. And we will get back in touch with you shortly. I have some work to get done. I want you guys to motivate and go work on precision. You're in a zone right now, in a pricing target. And if any of you are not in a trade right now or did not just hit a trade right now, the motivation you're going to get from me is why. Because you're the same team that wouldn't sell at the top of Bitcoin. And I want everybody to know that deals with the VIP that I'm as serious as talking about the top of Bitcoin as I was talking about the top of 2008. And I want every single person here to know when we talk about booking positive trades, the motivation you're going to get from me after talking with the guy who was in charge of $200 million a day. Okay, converting $200 million a day over for Amex and other major partners of pesos to dollars. He got his crew together, 15 people every single day, and he motivated them to get stuff done. That's it. And I'm not doing anybody a favor in terms of motivation and pushing people to a positive point. I'm not doing anybody any favor if I'm not motivating you guys to book positive trades, to get it out at the top of Bitcoin, to do it exactly in line with it. We're not just a bunch of talkers. We're a bunch of doers. If you're not in a trade right now, I want everybody to spend the rest of the time you would spend here watching the stream. I want you to go book a positive trade. That's my motivation. I want everybody to go book a positive trade by tomorrow or by tonight. Or you focus tonight all the time we would sit here and look and talk more about what needs to be done. Your motivation is we go book a positive trade. Go do it in the DM chat. Go do it on your own time. Go fix it if it's already broken. If tomorrow is going to be, let's say if today is already broken and you've lost today, you don't worry about that. We don't count you on today. We don't count you on tomorrow. We're going to count you on a month. If you're not ready to be counted on the month, we're going to count you on next month. If that's not ready, we're going to count you on the next month. You get your positive trades together. All right? You continue to book positive trades. If you're not if you haven't set up your pricing targets, go do that now. You have to go do that now. Marion just stepped in. He's constantly looking for new coins. Congratulations, Marion. Nice to see you. But I'm going to let you guys go because I had a big meeting today with a big-time guy. And if you're not booking positive trades and you haven't set up your pricing targets, this is the motivation you need. That's it. We're not going to sit here and talk about what we need to do. We're going to go do it right now. If you haven't done it, go do it right now. The 30 minutes or 20 minutes you spend in this place right now, you get motivated. You just get a kick in the butt talk. Go get it done. That's who we are. And when I talk to people about, my group, we get it done. We're out at the top of Bitcoin. The guy I was talking to, literally teaching, who paid me to teach him, did he get out at the top of Bitcoin? Well, guess what? We're all getting out of the stream tonight because that's what I expect of people. When we talk about something that's literally indicated by the technicals, we're going to get it done. When there's an opportunity to go and book positive trades and enter into pricing targets, that's the group, that's the community we have. We get it done. We're going to get it done. Deal? We can, right? We can. We will. And we have to. There is no other question. He ran a group of 15 traders, guys. 15 traders around a table. Handled all. I'm going to talk about $200 million a day. Forex trading. Now, what'd they do? They pushed. They worked. They were in a circle. Anything that wasn't positive, at the end of the day, they wrapped those up and they shipped them out to the London office. At the end of the day, they didn't even worry about them. Bam, they're gone. So the mindset, tomorrow's a reset. Have you booked a trade today? If you haven't, go book one now. Go get in there and book a trade. We can talk about all the technicals, everything else fancy. Go book a trade. That's the encouragement for today. I want everybody to go book a trade.